Hello, everyone, and we are back for season 2 of the Ultimate Doctor Who Challenge, and it's episode 2. So, it's my sister's turn to invent 3 Doctor Who stories. And the 3 things that needs to be in the first story is it needs to feature the Silurians. It needs to be set in the 8th Doctor and Lucy Miller era. And it needs to be really scary and creepy. Okay, do you think you can do that?
I don't know about the scariness, but I'll try.
Yeah, okay.
So, the Silurians are building this machine that's called a time bomb. It doesn't make you explode, but it sends you somewhere else in time. It can be in the future, it can be in the past.
Yeah.
And Lucy Miller is in one of the explosions.
Yeah.
And she's sent to this really, really creepy planet. It's completely deserted, she thinks. But then there are these creepy worms that try to eat her.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know how to get off the planet. And the doctor has no clue how to find her. So he disables the time bombs, the rest of the time bombs, and he captures the Silurians. But he still needs to find Lucy Miller before she's eaten. And this takes him to a long journey to the far ends of the universe. But by chance, the TARDIS is tracking her and he finds the right planet. Only when she's just about to be eaten.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds pretty interesting. Okay, the next story. It is Eighth Doctor and Mary Shelley story. It should be with a new alien we haven't seen before, and it should be set on an planet, a planet with a lot of minerals and gold and resources, a bit like Voka from Revenge of the Cybermen. Do you think you can do that?
I can do this. So by accident, Mary Shelley and the Doctor sees this thing in the universe. First they think it's a star, but then they find out that it's a planet made entirely out of diamonds and gold. Mary Shelley wants a diamond for her necklace, so they go there. The Doctor doesn't tell her that he thinks that he sees some strange activity on his special machine that can track alien activity. On the planet, they meet these zombie-like creatures who look a bit like Frankenstein. The creatures are digging gold because they want to sell it elsewhere in the universe. That in itself is not a criminal act, of course, but the Doctor soon discovers that they have the original inhabitants as prisoners.
That sounds pretty interesting.
Thank you. And he is trying to free them.
Yeah.
However, his mission fails, and he is discovered by these zombie creatures, and they try to take him as a hostage. Mary Shelley is not discovered by them, and she is clever enough to build this sort of sword, no, not a sword, but like an axe or something, out of diamonds. She just, she hardens it on both sides so she gets this kind of knife.
Yeah.
And then she uses it to cut open the diamond chains that the Doctor has been
Yeah, it would be more realistic if it was gold, because gold is rather soft.
Yeah, well then that's unrealistic.
Yeah, okay.
You don't use gold for chains.
Yeah, okay.
But diamond is the only material that can cut diamond.
Yeah, okay.
So she cuts his diamond chains open, and he helps her free the rest of the people. They don't catch the aliens because they have already been flying away in their spaceship. But they help the inhabitants, the original inhabitants, make weapons so that they can defeat themselves when the aliens are coming back. That's it.
Okay, and for the last story, it needs to be a Saigon story.
I love the Saigons.
Yeah, it's her favorite Doctor Who monster. It needs to be a Sixth Doctor story, and it needs to be set during the American Civil War. Do you think you can do that?
I can totally do this. So we're following a brigade of soldiers from the southern states. As they camp for the night, they gather around the campfire and tell each other stories, ghost stories. The first men are telling stories about earthly ghosts. But then one of them is telling a creepy story about this alien creature that can hide among the people and attack them while they least expect it. They all go to sleep, but the next morning, all the soldiers are found dead by the brigade leader. He doesn't know that the man who was telling the story was in fact a Saigon.
So the man who was telling the story is still alive?
Yes. But we don't see that. We only see like a lot of dead bodies, and we don't know who's who.
No.
Meanwhile, the Sixth Doctor is by accident enlisted in the troops in the northern states, and he's forced to wear their uniform, but he sneaks his cat badge on it.
I love Colin Baker. He's such a great Doctor.
And he's being really Colin Baker-ish, you know.
Yeah, it sort of changed my dear-ish.
Yeah. Grumpy and self-obsessed.
Yeah.
And he does not know that there is a greater purpose for him being in the army. He's just dissatisfied with the fact that he has been discovered because he was doing something else, and now he has to be enrolled in the army.
What about Perry? Or Evelyn, or...
He doesn't have a companion at this point.
Okay.
Then he moves with, like, he walks with the battalion to the south, and as soon as he hears like these stories about groups of soldiers and villages that has been destroyed and no one knows who did it, and it seems that there's some alien force behind it, he knows that this must be the Saigons. He just doesn't have a clue how to find the Saigon. Until one night, a new soldier has arrived in his battalion. The others seem to not have noticed this, but he knows that there's something wrong with this guy. The guy tells everyone that his former brigade has been slaughtered by the southern states, and that he's been told to join this battalion. And during the night, Colin Baker stays awake and follows him. And then he sees him turn into a Saigon and go into the woods where he meets his fellow Saigons. Then the Doctor lays a trap for them by making this force field around them so that they can't get out. And he soon hands them over to the Judoon. That's it.
Okay, the Dune bit is a bit cheesy, but it's really good actually. Yeah. So that was 3 stories, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Bye everyone, and see you all, well, in an hour. Bye everyone.